I forgot to turn on I forgot to press the extra voltage button on my interface. My mic wasn't there was not enough power because I forgot to press the button. Oops. Douglas, thank you for the super chat. It is silent bear time, my dudes. Yes, it is silent bear time, my dudes. Crumbles, thank you for my chat. Uruka, I missed you. I missed your previous stream. You can go back and watch it, unless you mean the jelly beans one. I didn't stream that one. Thank God, it was painful. I can still kind of taste the aftertaste of the beans. I can still kind of taste it, and like every scent that I smell and every taste that I taste, it reminds me of the beans. The beans. It was so bad, man. It was so bad. Like, you might have thought I was exaggerating, but straight up, like, my gag reflex was working overtime. Like, I didn't throw up anything, but I was going through the actions of throwing up. Like, it felt like I was throwing up, but nothing actually came out, other than my own saliva. Or some other liquid out of my stomach. They're actually terrible. Smart of you to stop before the end. Yeah, there was no way in hell I was gonna do that last handful. I was dry heaving. Except it wasn't the most dry because my saliva was everywhere. You were borderline about to? No, like I actually like felt the actions of my body throwing up, but nothing came out. Like, I was literally dry heaving. It was terrible. It was terrible. Thank God I didn't actually throw up though, because I don't need my vocal cords to be even more fucked up than they actually are. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to swear in the first. Whatever, it's fine. YouTube won't realize, right? YouTube won't detect the swear, right? It'll be fine. It's only been 7 minutes. That's close enough. It's close enough. I'm pretty sure it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, there was no way I was doing that last handful. No way. Also, I take medicine for acid reflux. So I feel like that also just stops me from actually throwing up. Like, I don't know exactly how the medicine works, but I feel like that mechanism is in there somehow. Ryan, thank you for the super chat. Everyone throws up. Man, this Gatorade is good. That had me dying. Yeah, I mean, the consequences of their own actions, man. Consequences of their own actions. They could have stopped, but no, they had to go for the handful. I had to Lysol spray my entire apartment after that. It smells so bad. I scraped my tongue and I brushed my teeth. I ate a whole meal. I Lysol sprayed my entire apartment and aired out my apartment using the highest setting on my air, what do you call it? Air filter or whatever it is. And it still was in my mouth hours later. While the moon dust, thank you for the member chat. That jelly bean game not only made me stop eating them, but also gave me PTSD. Wouldn't be surprised if y'all got traumatized by it. Happy 2 months. Happy 2 months to you. Congrats. Thank you for sticking around for 2 months. Yeah, were you eating along with us, or are you just saying that you did it beforehand? I still have the leftover beans, but I'm not eating them. I am not touching them ever. I sealed them in a Ziploc bag so that the smell wouldn't come out. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might give it to someone. Maybe I'll save them for Panko. Exactly. I'll save them for Panko. I don't. The booger one, the dirty dishes one, and the barf one. Foul. So foul. Uruka showing her barf bag on stream got me geeked. I didn't show the contents of the inside. I just showed you my bag. I didn't show you the inside of it. There was nothing graphic. If you looked on the inside, maybe it would have been gross, but I just showed you a plastic bag. I can't believe you guys like toothpaste jelly beans. Oh, look, in comparison to everything else, it was a lifesaver, okay? Imagine you ate the most foul tasting, like, rotten fish plus rotten eggs. It's so vile. Rotten cheese, you know? A toothpaste jelly bean is a godsend after that. It wasn't good, but it was good enough to get rid of the other tastes temporarily. Make the barfsicle. Oh, ew, ew, ew. That's so nasty. That's so disgusting. No. Oh, minty and fresh does the trick. Exactly. Like in a regular setting, like toothpaste, jelly bean is not like, I wouldn't eat it, but in that moment it was a godsend. At least you did not eat actual dog food like Leah. I didn't know she was talking about wet dog food. I didn't even know wet dog food existed, I'm not gonna lie. I thought all dog food was just kibble, or whatever you call it. I've eaten that before, it doesn't really taste that bad. I have a dog. I've tried her food before. It's just kind of bland. I've never had wet dog food. I've never seen wet dog food. Wet dog food's so much better for dogs than dry kibble. I've literally never seen wet dog food. My dog eats soaked dry dog food. We soak it in warm water so that it's like it's soggy. That's what she eats, and then we throw in like chicken or eggs or something. Dingus, thank you for super chat. Uruka got that dog food in her. Well, it was a while ago. Why did you eat dry dog food? I mean, like, I don't know, I was curious. What's the problem? A lot of the stuff is just really, it's just really bland. Cause like dogs can't have like, it's not healthy to have like really strong flavor stuff. It's just bland. Yeah, like if you have a dog and you have like dry snacks or dry kibble, like, wouldn't you be tempted to try one, you know? Like, ugh, excuse me. Everyone who owns dogs have tried at least once. That's what I'm saying. Like, wouldn't you be tempted to? I was like 12, okay? Like, Sharon, thank you so much for the member chat. Uruka curse polite. What's the problem? Is there an issue? An issue? Tried fish food as a kid. Okay, but fish food is just like flakes of stuff. I don't even know what's in the fish food, but it's just like flakes, right? Unless, I guess different fish eat different food, I guess. Don't some fish eat bugs? Does that mean you ate bugs? Did you eat crickets? Live crickets? Huh. My dog's grown up on Mexican food table scraps. He's spoiled. See what I've heard is that a lot of like seasonings and stuff are not very good for the health of the dog. So we give her like cooked meat and stuff, but only like before we season it for ourselves. Cause like the salt and spices are not the greatest. Bug flakes, yummy. Yeah, dry dog food is just bland, like cardboard. Apparently nutritious though. I don't know. Cheese is bad for the dog. My dog eats not cheese, but cottage cheese. Apparently dogs can eat cottage cheese and it's good for them apparently. I don't know, but she is not with me right now. I don't really know what she's been up to meal-wise. I don't know what Mama Bear gives. She likes eating fruits too. Uru dog likes to eat fruits, except for if we give her a grape, we have to cut the grape. Because if we just give her a whole grape, she doesn't realize that it's food. If we give her a whole grape, she doesn't realize that it's food, so she like rolls it around on the floor. Anyways. Need dogs dinner pics. They're not very interesting. Oh yeah, I forgot to post my Uru dog pictures for members. I'll post that later today. Isn't the grape skin undigestible for dogs? Is it? Oh yeah, grapes are not good for the dog. We've given her like little scraps of grape sometimes. But don't give don't give your dog don't give your dog too much grape. We give her like a little bit. But yeah, small pieces. Don't give too much. Just a little taster. So yeah, chocolate's a definite no. Don't give chocolates. Chocolate's definitely no. So today we're gonna I made a whole entire presentation for you guys. I'm gonna be explaining the whole American college/university application process. The words college and university are pretty much interchangeable in America, so don't let that throw you off. The word college and university are pretty much interchangeable. No one really says going to university. Everyone just says going to college. And it's like, I've realized that it's like really confusing for people who don't really know the process if you're not like American or anything. Say uni? Not really. I haven't encountered that many people who say uni. Most of the ones who say uni are not American. Universities are made of several colleges. Yeah, but when you say like you're going to... No one says I'm going to go to university. Everyone says I'm going to college. That's like a very common thing. No one really says uni or university. But yeah, university implies a better school, and college could mean community college, but everyone just says college. No, I have not met like anyone who says uni other than like non-American people. Like, maybe it's a regional thing, but I have never met a like American person that says uni or university. You just say school or college. Even if they go to university, which most of the people that I know do. But yeah. So, it's a very strange process if you don't get it. Like, yeah, even if you go to an actual university, you say college. Most of the people that I know go to an actual university still say college. Including me. Like, yeah, it's like it's an American thing. But yeah, let me jump to my presentation. The weird world of American college application culture. So, today what we're gonna be talking about is the whole entire process from start to finish, and also just how strange it is. Just how freaking weird it is. Okay? I don't care about your opinions on, it's not worth it, or blah, blah, blah. I don't care. That's not what we're talking about here. That's not what we're talking about here. We're just gonna be exploring the entire process and how freaking strange it is. Step 1 on the application, say you're a minority. Say you're a Pacific Islander. True. What's so strange about applications for colleges? You'll see. I don't know about the process in that many other countries, but I do know that it's quite different compared to most places. Like, in a lot of Asian countries, you know, there's like a test you take, and basically your future is decided on that score. That might be an oversimplification, but it's nothing like that at all. So, this is the presentation, and strange compared to Canada. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how the process works in Canada, like, at all. I don't know how it works in Canada. May I reiterate, I don't care about your opinions on it. We're not talking about that right now. We're just exploring the strange culture. So to start off, there's different categories of types of universities, and I've also thrown in community college here, just to have that there. But that's not really like relevant for the rest of the presentation. So there's public universities and private universities. So public universities are both public and privately funded. I found this. I googled these things, so I don't exactly know how much is public and how much is private. But basically the tuition is based on states. So if the university is a public university within your state, you get to pay less because you live in that state and you pay taxes for that state. So if you come from out of the state, yearly tuition, it's a big range depending on which schools you go to. So there's different kinds of state universities. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't know the difference. So like, in terms of California, right, there's like the California State Universities, which will be cheaper. And then there's the University of California series. I don't know what you call it, like the series of I don't know. It's like it's a group. I don't know what they're called. A series of public university. Those ones are research universities, so they're gonna cost more. So it can range from somewhere around 20K to 65K a year, depending on which kind you go to. System, sure. Yeah. And then if you're in state, it'll be around 8K to 16K a year. Again, depending on which system the school is in, I guess. Examples of public universities: UMich is University of Michigan, UC Berkeley, UT Austin. I'm only going over undergrad applications, yeah. Because I feel like grad applications are way more specific. And like law school and medical school, those are like way more specific. And that's gonna be a way longer presentation, and the presentation's already pretty long. So private universities are not public. Ignore that. Privately funded. And I think the number's gone up right now. It's around 65K a year, but also it could be like 75K a year. Examples are Yale, Stanford, Rice, NYU. And but the thing about private universities are they're a lot more expensive, but they also have a lot more money to give for scholarships. It's gone up to like 80K now. I can believe that. I would believe that. So yeah, this might be a little bit outdated, the number. But yeah. So they have a lot more money to give in terms of scholarships. So even though the number is really high, if they do want you, you could qualify for a lot more scholarships or financial aid compared to public universities, because public universities don't have as much money to give people because they charge less. Brannis, thank you for the member chat. Which category does FU Gang University belong to? FU Gang University belongs to Scam University. Minovsky, thank you for super chat. I remember people who would take student loans to go out of state. They just wanted to try a different state. I mean, I'm not gonna judge. Like, everyone has their own reasons for things. Community college is not really relevant for the rest of the presentation, but I just wanted to mention it. This is like the much more affordable option if you want to go into higher education, and it's also a lot less stressful. I said publicly funded, I think, because I don't actually know, and Google is not the most helpful. I'm pretty sure it's publicly funded. I don't really know. But basically, everyone who applies to community college is accepted. You don't have to have any like good grades or anything. This is, if you have bad grades in high school, maybe you can go to community college. Because a lot of people actually transfer out of community college into a university. And so basically, if you fucked up in high school, you can get your grades up in community college and then transfer out. And you also save money because in-state tuition is still cheaper, around 1.5K a year, out of state around 9K a year. And the reason why I said maybe is because you pay, it's not like a tuition, you pay by the course. So like, you pay by the amount of units that you take. Whereas for public universities and private universities, it's just one number that they give you to pay. It's just a tuition that you pay every year. And you get to take, you know, however many classes you want given a certain unit cap. They give you a range of units that you're allowed to take, and you can just take as many classes within that range of units that you can. So, moving on, the application categories. So, I think I switched these. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so when you're applying to colleges / universities, these are personal categories. So they always tell you to choose safeties, targets, and reach schools. And basically what that means, safety schools are schools that you are 100% sure, or at almost close to 100% sure, that you will be accepted. So based on your grades and like extracurriculars and all of that, you are completely sure that you will get accepted. And that's why it's called a safety, because if you don't get into anything else, then you're pretty sure that you'll be able to get into this one. Target schools are schools that you think you have a pretty good chance of getting accepted because you fall within the range of applicants that do get accepted. But also you might not, because that's just not how it works. Like, even if you get good grades and good test scores, there's not like there's always a chance of getting rejected. Reach schools are schools that you most likely would not get accepted to, but by some miracle you still could. So people usually apply to at least 10 schools, at least from my experience. The people that I know, most people apply to around 10 to 20. I know it sounds like overkill, but that's just how it is. Most of which should be targets and safeties. Maybe like 3 of them could be reaches, although I know a lot of people just shotgun it. A lot of people shotgun reach schools because they're like, well, that increases my chances of getting into one. So they apply to all the super high ranked ones because they're like, I don't think I'm gonna get into them, but we'll try anyway. I applied to like 10, I think, because I knew where I wanted to be, like somewhat location wise, and it cut out a lot of options. So, you know, my physical comfort is a lot. My physical comfort is a little more important to me than prestige. I didn't really want to be out in the boonies. So yeah, and the application period categories. So this is where it starts. I know it might have been confusing already, but this starts getting a little more confusing. The application periods. So you can choose when kind of that you apply. Maybe it would be... Nah, it's fine. I'll go through this one first. Early decision means that the application period ends around November to December of the year before you will go. So if you're planning to go to school in fall of 2020 and you want to apply early decision, that means you have to apply in... Wait, did I just say fall of 2020? Fall of 2025. That means you have to apply in November to December of 2024. Yeah, that's how it works. And it actually might be earlier than that. I'm not completely sure. But this means that the decisions are released around mid-December of 2024. And if you get accepted and you can only apply to one school early decision. Legally, you're only allowed to apply to one school early decision. And if you get accepted, you have to go. If you get accepted early decision, you are legally obligated to go. You have to sign a contract and everything when you apply. And you also have less chance of getting financial aid and stuff in early decisions. So if money is a problem, don't do that. Don't do this. Another category is early action. Not okay. Let me explain a little more. Early decision only occurs in some private schools. Only private schools, which is why the money thing is so important. Because there's only early decisions in private schools that cost a lot of money. Early action is kind of similar, but it's non-binding, which means that you're not legally obligated to go if you get accepted. It just means that you can apply earlier and you can know the decision earlier. So if you have a school that you know you want, or you might want to go to, and it offers early action, it might be nice to apply early action because you'll know if you got in or not before the rest of them, which is kind of nice. And if you do get in, maybe you don't even have to apply to anywhere else. And yeah, you have until May 1st to make your decision. Regular decision is what most people usually do. Schools that I didn't I forgot to change this. Don't read this. Don't read this thing. I copy pasted from the previous one and I forgot to change it. This does not make any sense. Regular decision basically means that you apply in the normal time. You apply in the normal time, which is pretty much around October to January. October to January-ish. And you find out somewhere around late February to March. And then you also have to make your decision by May 1st. So May 1st is decision day. I also forgot to delete this from the previous slide. So the timeline that we're looking at is pretty much August to January, you will apply. January to February, some places ask for interviews and stuff, or if you're doing like auditions, you might have to audition. Interviews and auditions around January to February, maybe perhaps December. I don't know. Late February to March, decisions are released. Late March to April, you visit and you gather information. So basically, if you know you got into some schools and you have some options, you go to visit those schools and they have what do you call it? Accepted students days where they kind of show you around the school and tell you about it, so that it's easier for you to make your decision, because you kind of don't want to just make your decision without going there and seeing how it is, because even if it's a good name school, maybe you don't actually like the place, maybe you don't enjoy the area, or maybe you just don't vibe with the school system or something, Something like orientation. Well, okay, orientation's different, because orientation happens after you choose to go there already, and you know you're going, and that happens the first week-ish of school usually. So it's kind of like a pre-orientation. And then by May 1st, you have to make your choice. So in some high schools, on May 1st, everyone wears their college hoodies and stuff like that at school. I think I told you guys this before, But in my high school, we had a rejection wall where everyone could pin their rejection letters onto the wall, and that was to make people feel better about not getting into certain places. But yeah, that is the brief timeline. Someone mentioned exams. I didn't put that in the timeline because you could actually take the exams literally whenever you wanted to, and hopefully by the time this timeline starts, you would have already finished your exams. If you're still taking them in this period, that's kind of dangerous because because what if you don't get a score that you want in this period? Then it's kind of too late, you know? So hopefully you've already finished with the exams by this time. That would just make me sad? Why? Wouldn't you feel better if you saw everyone else's rejection letters too? But yes, so if you don't have exams left, what do you do in your last semester in high school then? Exactly. So basically, after March in senior year of high school, pretty much all you have to do is make sure your grades don't drop and you're chilling. Like, you don't have to do anything. That's why everyone looks forward to their second semester senior year, because you can just go fuck off. So the measures... Oh yes, related to that, don't... When I say keep your grades up, actually you do have to keep your grades up, because if you get into a school and your grades drop way too low in your second semester senior year, they can rescind their offer. So even if you get accepted, if you fuck up in the last semester of senior year, they could be like, we're not taking you anymore because you screwed up. So don't do that. The measures of getting in. A lot of this is really based on luck at this point, because even if you have a 4.0 GPA, even if you have a 1600 SAT or a 36 ACT, which are all completely perfect scores, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. So grades and test scores, they check the average stats of... you should check the average stats, the statistics of admits and how yours compares. So basically what this means is check the schools that you want to go to and look at the average numbers of the people that they accept and see where you fall. Extracurricular achievements are honestly one of the most important things. It's like one of the most important factors, because there's so many people need to get above 4.0 in GPA. No. This is unweighted. Unweighted 4.0. Wait. Yeah, unweighted 4.0. But extracurriculars are what make you stand out, I guess, from the numbers. Displaying passion and prowess in activities outside of school, extremely important. Rant, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Are you that interested in this? College administrators and college loans hearts expletive deleted in Minecraft. I don't know what you're trying to say. But thank you. But yeah, they really look at your extracurriculars. And it's not in there's so many people who just do things half-assed and try to write it down, and they're like, why didn't I get into a good... No one cares if you played piano for 15 years. If you didn't achieve anything from playing piano for 15 years, they don't care. So, if you want a lot of like piano competitions and stuff like that, then that's way more noteworthy than just saying I played piano for 15 years. Excuse me. If you're really into like science and stuff, maybe like science Olympiads and stuff, whatever they're called. But the other side of this is that a lot of people have money. A lot of people have money. And you know what you can do with that money? You can pay research labs to include your name into research papers and make it seem like you did a lot of stuff. Benedict Blue, thank you for the super chat. Just graduated today with a Bachelor's of Arts. I can finally sleep. Freedom. Oh my god, congratulations. Congrats on your Bachelor's of Arts. That's a huge accomplishment without dropping out or anything. Pain. Congrats, dude. Yeah. It's more common than you think. It's more common than you think. Some people... There's also some extracurriculars that are just like pay to win. Like... Let me tell you, I feel like I've spoken about this before, but this is part of the reason why some of you think I was being elitist in my music stream earlier this week. But if you know the extent of the whole entire culture, you will understand. So if you put on your resume that you've played in Carnegie Hall, you guys think that sounds impressive, right? You think that sounds impressive, right? But what you don't know is there are a good handful of music competitions, and these competitions are international. And basically what happens is there's different instrument groups for these competitions that you compete under. And within these instrument groups, there's age groups. And within the age groups, there's first place, second place, third place, honors, you know. Each place and each place in each age group, in each instrument group, has 10 to 20 winners. And all of those winners can play in Carnegie Hall. They basically say if you win this competition, you can pay $200 to play in Carnegie Hall. Can you see why this is a lot more BS than you think it is? Like, there's a whole lot of insider information to put everything into context. That doesn't count. Yeah, but the thing is, as long as you say you played in Carnegie Hall, it sounds impressive, right? So that's one side of this that's pretty BS. Extracurricular achievements. Some achievements are not the most achievement kind of achievements. It's pretty money based. It's pretty money based, you have to admit. Writing abilities and uniqueness. Each school has writing prompts for you to answer to the best of your ability. This is a way to display your personality beyond your resume. So you have to write essays to apply to these places. And they're not like school essays. it's like you have to think of something very unique about yourself, or like struggles and hardships and stuff like that, to catch the attention of the people reading your application. Sob story time, exactly. But there's a lot of places, I don't know exactly what they're called anymore, college application advisors or something, that look over your essays and tell you your like if it's good or not, or your chances of getting in. But there's also places that will straight up just write it for you, which is also another example of pay to win. If you have enough money to pay for the people who will write things for you, and you do that, that's also a leg up. And many private universities also require recommendation letters. So not only do you have to do all this, you also have to be on good terms with your high school teachers, or other noteworthy people, quotation noteworthy, because some of them ask for like 2 to 3 recommendation letters. And I don't know about you, but when I was a senior in high school, I was like, I don't know any of my teachers. So yeah, it's good to buddy up with your high school teachers so that they can write recommendation letters for you. Who did you end up asking for your recommendation letters? I asked my orchestra teacher and one of my science teachers. I like barely spoke to him, but he was like the chillest one that I had. But I think what ended up happening, he was like, okay, just like write one for me, like from my perspective, and I'll sign it off. And I was like, okay. Some of them actually do that. Like if they get too many people who ask for recommendation letters, they just tell you to write it yourself. But yeah. Oh my god. I forgot to delete this slide. Okay, let's skip over to this slide. Standardized testing. Okay. So these are not required. They're not required technically, and a lot of schools I think are now test optional, but apparently a few of them are bringing them back because I don't know, people are too stupid or something, I don't know. But, so the first one is the PSAT, which you usually take in 10th grade. I did not take it because I was like, fuck that. The preliminary SAT is practice for the real SAT, and it can nominate you for this specific scholarship program if you meet the requirements. So that's usually these are the two reasons that people usually take it for. But it's not really necessary. It's not really necessary. I was not forced to take it. They highly recommended us to take it, but I didn't because I was like, I don't really care. And there's also no way that I'm gonna meet the requirements for the scholarship thing, so I'm just not gonna do that. Yeah. The SAT apparently used to stand for the Scholastic Aptitude Test, but now it doesn't stand for anything. Lamau? This is according to College Board, mind you. Apparently it doesn't stand for anything anymore because they're just quirky like that. Surprised your parents didn't make you take it. I don't know. Mama Bear was like, I think they like wanted me to, but I was like, nah. They were not the most pushy about anything. Like I took the SAT in like the end of my junior year, which is considered very, very late. I took it very late. And the only reason I took it was because I had to have a score. If I didn't need the score, I wouldn't have taken it. The Yankee, thank you for the member chat. Peanut, steak, and tacos. PSAT. Yeah, sure, yeah. They were probably pushy with your brother. Okay, I think it was... I feel like he actually did most of the stuff on his own, but it's also because he went into a way more competitive major. I am not a software engineer, and he is, so I think his grades and stuff were probably a lot more important. Make Armadillo, thank you for super chat. Wait, so you sat it out? I sat out the PSAT. I did not sit out the SAT. William, thank you for the member chat. We even had a class at my school to prepare for the SAT. Yeah, so I went to public high school, so we didn't have SAT prep given, but a lot of people did go to SAT prep anyways, and that's how most people got really good scores. Because they give you all the tips and tricks to get the good scores. It also costs a lot of money. And so basically the SAT and ACT, they both test your quote-unquote college readiness, but they're a little different. So the SAT consists of math, reading and writing. So the math and reading parts, it's math and reading comprehension. Excuse me, I need to burp. And these ones are multiple choice, but the writing part is an essay that you have to write. Analysis based on a certain thing, certain reading that they give you. So the highest score possible is 1600. Unless you're old. If you're old, then maybe your SAT was out of 2400, but they actually changed it to 1600 because there used to be a vocab section, I think, but they took that out. So now it's out of 1600. And the essay score is separate. It's out of 24. So there's different, I think it's like analysis is out of 8. And then something else is out of 8, something else is out of 8. I don't know. My analysis score was like 3 out of 8. I was so bored, man. I was so freaking bored. I fell asleep in the middle of the reading comprehension section, and because you do the multiple choice first, and then there's the essay writing section. Because the essay part is technically optional, so some people could leave before the essay option. But I was so done by that point. I just put words. I don't even remember what I... But this test is fucking like 4 hours long. Like, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I'm so old, I took the SAT before they first changed it to 2400. Oh my god. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's insane. The ACT is the American College Testing. I never did the ACT. But this one includes a science section. So it's like the SAT, but with a science section. Why did I misspell score? The highest soccer is 36. And it's an average of all the categories. So out of each category, you'll get a score out of 36. And then they take the average of that. The essay score is separate. It's out of 12. I don't know what the essay's like because I didn't take it. But yeah. Is there a spelling test? No. There's no spelling test, but I'm sure if you are bad at spelling, they'll be able to tell in the essay score. Yeah. And then separately, there's AP tests, which are advanced placement tests. There's several different advanced placement tests with different subjects. So there's like AP chemistry, AP biology, AP Japanese, AP language, AP literature, AP US history. There's a ton of different ones. AP computer science, you know? But basically they test how well you know the specific contents of a specific AP course. So you have to study for the specific AP course. You can't just study the thing itself because that's what the stuff on the test is gonna be. You can either learn it through courses in your school if they're offered. So not every school will offer the same AP courses. AP Euro, oh yeah, so like my school didn't have AP Euro or like AP Geography or anything. But you could also self-study them and take the test. Like either way, it doesn't matter. They don't require you to take the course to take the test. So you can just study it yourself if you want. And the highest possible score for an AP test is a 5. So it's 1 to 5. I've never known anyone to get a 1. I don't know what you have to do to get a 1. Like, like everyone I know at least got a 2. I don't know. You have to probably leave the test blank to get a 1. I don't know. But basically, the highest score of 5 can allow you to waive some requirements in college. So, for example, if you have a language requirement in college, like for example, if they say you need to take 3 courses of a foreign language requirement, you could probably, maybe, you have to check this, but a lot of schools allow you to waive it if you get a 5 on a foreign language AP test. So for me, I took as one does, I took AP Chinese in freshman year of high school, and that completely waived the rest of my language requirements for the rest of my life. And I also took AP Statistics, which waived my like math requirements. So I never had to take math after in college. I never had to take math. Your school had AP Chinese? It did, but even if it didn't, you can still take the test. As long as the test is offered somewhere around you, you can take it without having to take the course. So like I know people who are literally like native speakers in a language and they don't take the course. They just take the AP test to waive to get the score and waive the requirements. The cheat code, take the AP language you already know. Exactly. I didn't do that though. Like my Chinese is not that good. My Chinese is not that good. Like I don't know if I told you guys this before, but like so basically the AP language tests consist of four? I don't remember how many. There's a multiple choice reading comprehension. And then there's like I don't even know what it's called in English. 看图说故事. What do you call that? You have to look at like a comic. It's like a comic with only drawings and you have to tell a story out of that. There's also the speaking portion, which is they ask, you pretend it's a conversation. So there's like a lady or a guy, I don't know, who says something to you and you have to respond appropriately. Not only language appropriately, but also culturally appropriately. So for example, if you get a prompt in the AP Chinese test that says, wow, you're so good at piano, if you say thank you, they fail you. At least for that portion. And then there's another one where you have to talk about like the cultural significance of something. So I remember I remember one of the question that I got for the cultural portion. You have to talk for like, I forgot if it's 1 minute or 3 minutes or something, but you have to keep talking, otherwise they'll be like, no, not good. You have to keep finding things to talk about this cultural aspect. So the prompt was talk about the cultural significance of chopsticks, and I was like, I don't fucking do it. Like, so I was just sitting there. Mind you, you're just sitting in a room filled with computers, filled with a whole bunch of people just sitting on computers doing this test. So I was like, we eat rice using chopsticks. We also eat dumplings using chopsticks. We also eat meat using chopsticks. I got a 5 though. Yeah. Yeah. I also remember there was this one. Oh my god. There was this one. What did we talk about? How many minutes? Okay, so the thing is, like, before this test, I actually took the class at my school. So our teacher gave us a whole bunch of different things that we could possibly talk about that could work for different prompts, but none of them were related to chopsticks. So all of us were like, fuck. There was this one speaking portion part, because like they have audio of just someone asking a question or saying something, right? And like some of the voices are just so comical. Like there was one that I straight up couldn't answer because the voice was just so bad. Like I was too busy laughing at the voice, and the picture they put along with it was like so ass too. It was so bad. Anyway, so that's the AP test. I've taken some other ones too, but those were the only two that actually helped for me. You have to check your university websites to see if it actually waives anything. So like I was gonna take some other ones, but then I was like, it's not gonna do anything, so I might as well just not take it. Probably different now, but back in the day at one of those private schools, they didn't let you skip college classes based on AP since they didn't consider them equivalent quality. I mean, it's probably pretty similar now. Like, it's not that they let you skip everything. Like, some of them they let you skip, but some of them don't. You just have to check if they do or not. But yeah, the only reason I took AP Chinese in freshman year is because I took a placement test. We had placement tests for Chinese, and I made it seem like I was a lot smarter than I actually was. I wasn't actually that good at it, but I made it seem like I was, even though I wasn't. Anyway. Yeah, I wasn't able to waive any of my electives. It was only language requirement and the math requirement that were allowed. And writing. Writing was also allowed to be waived, but I got a 2 on my AP Lang test because I fell asleep in the middle, and I also am really bad at reading. So I had to take an extra writing class. And oh my god, dude, the people in this writing class, I swear to god, I don't know how, like, I was in a writing class with a like a famous football player. He was like one of the university football team players. and he's like pretty well known. But like this man could not write like a sentence. It was crazy. It was insane. Like, I don't know. Like, what? How do you get through your entire life and not know how to write a proper sentence? I swear to God. Anyway. So, writing prompt examples. Must be really good at football. Oh yeah, he was a hella good football player. Very, very good football player. Can't be said about the writing though. Probably got the concussed out of him. Oh no. I mean, okay, like I'm not judging the fact that he got into the school because he's a hella good football player, and I'm not gonna like bash on athletes or anything for not being good at academics, because you gotta be a different breed. You gotta be a different breed to be a top athlete in a sport, okay? But just the fact that you can't write a sentence is a little concerning, you know? Like, it's a little concerning. Just like in terms of living life, you know, like, you know. So for writing prompts, these are the things that you have to write to submit your application to most of these schools. Yeah, professional athletes are actually insane. Like, I know a lot of people who are like, why do they get to go to this top university just because they like chuck a ball around? And I'm like, why don't you try chucking the ball around and like, why don't you try doing that? Oh, let's see how you do, you know? But so some of these writing prompts are a little weird. Some of these writing prompts are a little strange. So this one, I think I took it from UC Chicago. Who does Sally sell her seashells to? How much wood can a woodchuck really chuck? If a woodchuck could chuck wood. Pick a favorite tongue twister, either originally in English or translated from another language, and consider a resolution to its conundrum using the method of your choice. Math, philosophy, linguistics, it's all up to you, or your woodchuck. Literally, what the like, what? Why? U Chicago is known for having the weirdest writing prompts. It's so strange. Pointless to send them to a top university for them to just play some sports. The point isn't for them to go to the top university though. The point is for them to play for the university so that they get noticed by the actual like NFL or whatever the fuck they're called, isn't it? Because like, where else are they gonna play? You know? I'm sure a lot of the school's money comes from sports too. Olympics too, yeah. Like a lot of Olympic athletes are from university sports. Another prompt. Describe a topic, idea, or concept you find so engaging that it makes you lose all track of time. Why does it captivate you? What or who do you turn to when you want to learn more? So there's a lot of like really random like brain scratching questions, and basically you take these things and usually they ask for around 250 to 700 words, depending on the place, depending on what they're asking for. But it's usually like a good, it's a substantial paragraph that they're asking for. And it's usually not just one. You usually have to write at least like 2 to 3. Write a short thank you note to someone you have not yet thanked, and would like to acknowledge. It's oh god. Yeah. And the thing is, you're not supposed to just answer it straight on. You know, they're like, you have to tell a story out of it. So you have to start the sentence like a fan fiction. You have to write like you're writing fan fiction. Okay? Like it's crazy. Like most people's essays start with like, it was a sunny day, and I put on my pants or something like that. Yeah. You know? Yeah, you have to pretty much just write fan fiction. And here's some PTSD that I will induce upon you. If you've gone through it, here's some PTSD for you. This is the common application. The common app, which is basically a, what do you call this? An application that allows you to apply to several different schools, usually for private schools. For public schools, they usually have their own thing. But it's like one little module that lets you organize your applications for more like multiple private schools. And there's one common essay for the common application that you have to write, and that one will be sent to like all the schools that it's applicable to. Yeah, the LinkedIn. Yeah, the LinkedIn. Yeah, but not all schools are on this. So, for example, like if you're applying to like a certain public school system, that's gonna be a different module than this one. Or some schools just have like their own whole separate thing. I put this here just to show like how I gave up down here. Why did I give up here? Some of the statistics for this year already came out, so there's like a mix of this year and last year. Some of it hasn't come out yet, but just to show you how crazy this is, these are the US news rankings. The rankings are pretty like, they're not the most accurate, like in terms of, they don't really mean anything. They don't really mean that much, because the measures that they rank it on are kind of BS. But just to show you the like acceptance rates for these places are kind of crazy. And you know why? It's because people are applying to like 30 different schools, which makes when you have 100,000 people applying to your school, of course it's easy to make it look like your acceptance rate is really low. But yeah, this is the general idea for the tiers. But in general, really doesn't matter. Like, up to a certain point, yes, true, like it kind of shows where they're ranked, but like each individual little thing I wouldn't say is accurate. They could accept way more people if they actually wanted to, but it adds prestige to pretend that it's more difficult to get into. Okay, so I don't doubt that they accept the amount of people that they can accept, because like private schools are not very big. Like campus-wise, I don't think they are like able to hold that many people. But it's just that everyone wants to apply to these places, which really inflates their like applicant number. The applicant number is super inflated because like even if people know that they're not gonna get in, a lot of people just apply anyways just for the chance that maybe they could. So that's why the acceptance rates are so low. But if you look at like schools in other countries, like I looked at like Canada, and like the top schools in Canada don't have anything near like this, because apparently in Canada, if people know that they're not gonna get into school, they just don't apply. That doesn't apply in America though. People just go for it even if they know they're not gonna get in. But yeah, there's a total of around 4,000 colleges / universities in the USA. That's a lot of different schools. There's so many of them. Does it cost money to apply? It does. It does cost money to apply. It's usually around $70 around $70 to apply to each school. That's each individual school. So like even if you share an application between them, you still have to pay the amount. And it also costs money to send your test scores. So if you want to send your like SAT scores or ACT scores, it also costs like $70. I don't remember the amount of money, but it also costs money to send. But you can get a few if you qualify. You can get a waiver. You can get a waiver that'll waive you from the cost of applying or sending. Few waivers. Yeah. And I also just wanted to clarify about the Ivy League, because a lot of non-Americans or even Americans are confused about this. Honestly, I know a lot of people who don't even who are just confused about what is the Ivy League. Basically, it's an American collegiate athletic conference of 8 private research universities in the northeastern United States. What that basically boils down to is they're just part of one system thingy. And it doesn't just mean that they're high-ranking schools. It doesn't just mean that. It's a very specific thing. So the Ivy Leagues are Brown, Columbia, Cornell, Dartmouth, Harvard, UPenn, University of Pennsylvania. My brain immediately just shortened it. Princeton and Yale. These are not Ivy Leagues, but they could be better or around the same as them. MIT, Caltech, UC Berkeley, literally every other school is not part of the Ivy League. So, and within the Ivy League, save your money, go to a public Ivy. See, when people say public Ivy, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? They're just called good schools. It's not a public Ivy. Oh. Even within the Ivy League, there's like a status. Like, a lot of people kind of clown on Cornell because it's some people call Cornell the, what do you call it? The City University of New York Ithaca. People call it the City University of New York Ithaca. They kind of clown on it a lot. Jelly, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. Welcome. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. Welcome. I am going through PTSD. We're talking about the weird and complicated world of American college application culture. It is definitely very weird and very strange. Welcome. Yeah, so a lot of people clown on Cornell a lot just because it's like quote unquote the least good. Another thing, this is another vocab that you get out of this weird culture. Yield protect. If you just hear this word, it doesn't really sound like anything, right? I think Ivy League is like a replacement word for good uni now. Yeah, like I don't think people really realize what Ivy League actually is. So just to clarify. Anyway. Yeah, MIT isn't an Ivy League school. Just because a school is a good school doesn't mean it's in the Ivy League. It's like a category for like I don't remember what exactly it is, but I think there was like a oh fuck, what do you call it? What do you call it? Is it a military school? There was like a military school that used to be part of the Ivy League, but then they left the Ivy League because they're part of a different thing now with a different military school. Anyway, what do you call those things? West Point? No, it wasn't West Point. It was a different one. But that category of, I don't know what you call it. Yeah, it's an athletic conference. Oh, it's an American Collegiate Athletic Conference. Sports are very heavily tied into American universities. It's really strange. It's very strange. Anyway, yield protect is when a school rejects an quote-unquote overqualified applicant that they believe will choose another school, even if accepted, in order to keep their acceptance rate as low as possible. So the word yield means the percent of students who enroll in a particular college or university after having been offered admission. So the amount of people that they accept into a school is the yield. And yield protect means that they reject someone that they know will not go because they're probably gonna go to a better school. So example of use in the college application culture. I got yield protected by the University of Washington. This means I got rejected by the University of Washington because I think I was overqualified and they thought I applied as a safety. So. That's BS, they don't know that. Yeah, but you see this word come up a lot. This word comes up a lot in this culture, which sometimes it actually does make sense, because I've known people who applied to like the local state university with perfect scores and get rejected, which doesn't really make that much sense. So I feel like it does happen. It definitely does happen, but not as much as people think. Sometimes you can email admissions and argue that you really wanted to go. Yeah, so I told you guys once that I got rejected by a school 3 times, right? I got rejected by my safety school 3 times. The first time I got rejected, I was like, okay, whatever. But because I was in contact with one of the professors there. And they realized that I got rejected. And he was like, that's kind of weird. Do you actually want to come here? Because if you do, I will ask them on my behalf to let you in. And I was like, at the time, like, I didn't actually want to go there, but at the time I didn't have anything else yet. So I was like, well, I mean, just in case I could. So I was like, sure. And then he came back and he was like, so they didn't take it, but like, I will ask again if you really actually do want to. And I was like, okay, sure. And he asked again, and they still didn't take it. Anyway, I didn't want to go anyway, so it's fine. Was it a yield thing or did they hate you? I have no idea. To this day, I don't know. But this is something that is... You can see where my thumbnail came from. This is a heavy college application culture thing. College decision reaction videos. Every single year, these are like pretty recent because decision day was May 1st, right? It's May 17th now, so a lot of these videos are coming out pretty recently. And yeah, you can see that they have a lot of views, and most of them don't have any following beforehand. So a lot of people really like watching these and making them, and it is kind of fun. It is kind of fun, but it's also insane just seeing like how many people actually like watch. Did you get into your dream school, Uruka? I did. By God's gift, somehow I did get into my dream school. By the will of who knows what. They even steal each other's thumbnails. I mean, like, what else can you really do? I also stole their thumbnails too. Yeah. I did not film my reactions, but I don't really remember. Yeah, so the school I was just telling you about, the one that I got rejected 3 times, that one was the letter that I got back first. So the first thing that I got back was a rejection, but it was like the safety, so I didn't really care. I don't really remember the other ones. There was one other one that was also a safety. There was one school that I applied for graphic design and I somehow got in. Like, graphic design is my passion. I don't do anything related to that, mind you. Like, I don't do anything related to that. Other than VTubing, I guess. So my acceptance letter came in the mail. I mean, they still do send them in the mail, but they also send it in email. You get both because they give you packages, like welcome packages with free merch and stuff. They saw potential. Where was the potential? Wait, I think the very first school that I got an acceptance from, I can tell you because I don't go there. Actually, what was it? I don't remember. Wait. I remember the very first acceptance that I got, my mom freaking cried. She cried so hard. Like, I wasn't even that. I was just like, cool. I just looked at my phone and I was like, cool. And then I walked up to my mom and I showed it to her and she started crying. And I was like, did you have that little faith in me? Did you? What? Why? That was honestly like every single one though. Every single school I got accepted to, like I was just like, cool. And then every time I show my mom, she starts crying. You slept through your exams. Okay, but like, she didn't know that. Let them be proud, damn it. Dude, sometimes my mom will go like, oh my god, I never knew you would grow up to be this, like, to be this big or like to be this. And I'm like, what did you think? Did you think I was gonna die? Like, what do you mean? Like, you thought I was gonna die before adulthood? What do you mean by that? Like, it is wholesome, but also, what do you mean? Ah. Parents have faith in me to do anything, and I'm half Asian. Okay, that was unnecessary, but okay. They don't believe in the college system, though. They think it'll poison my brain. That's... okay, cool, alright. Yeah, I mean, like, they weren't the most pushy. Honestly, dude, I got into a lot of, like, pretty good schools, and no, my mom was like, no, you should go to the local state school so you can stay at home. And I was like, no. She was like, I want you to stay here, so you should go to the local school. And I was like, I am not going there. No way in hell. And apparently according to Mama Bear, when I was born, okay, Father Bear is like Father Bear is pretty not involved in my life. Like, not that he's gone, but he's just like always at work, so he doesn't really pay attention. And he's like, I don't really have deep conversations with him, but apparently when I was born, apparently Mama Bear told me that he said, I don't know why this came up in his head the moment I was born, but he was like, wherever she goes to college, we're moving there with her. And I was like, why were you thinking about college when your baby was just born? What? What? It's a very dad thing to say. I know. It's so funny. They didn't actually come with me though. I would probably go insane if they did. It's like so wholesome, but also what? It's really wholesome, but like what? What do you mean? Dads are very protective of their baby girls. See, like, he doesn't really seem that like emotionally attached or anything, but it is kind of wholesome. Like, every time bear parents come over, which is not that often, but literally every time they come, they always ask me and Brother Bear, like, do you guys need anything? We're gonna bring stuff for you. You need toilet paper? Do you need soap? I'm like, we don't live in the middle of nowhere. Like, I can buy toilet paper walking down the street like 5 minutes. What do you mean? I don't need you to bring toilet paper from the other side of the... like, why? Like, it is nice, you know? It is nice to get free toilet... And they bring the nice toilet paper, too. They brought me the Charmin toilet paper. When I buy it myself, I just get the up and up toilet paper. It's like... It's kind of cute. But it's also like, I don't need that much stuff. And like, they bring like frozen goods, too. I'm like, you know, I have grocery stores as well. I don't live in literally the middle of nowhere. It's nice though, it's nice. I don't have to go grocery shopping as often. You don't have to steal the school's toilet paper for a couple of weeks. I don't steal the school's toilet paper. I can't even do that because the toilet paper they use is different. It's like the giant rolls that fit in the little... Oh, excuse me, that was a... Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Oh my god. I just burped, and the taste of the jelly beans came back. Ew. Oh. Ugh. What? Oh god. Anyway. Yeah, so reaction videos, very popular. A lot of these get several thousand views, and then you look at the like other videos on their channel and they don't get anywhere near that amount of views. So it's like clearly people are searching these out and watching a bunch of them. And like I kind of get, like I used to watch I used to watch these actually while I was in the process, because that was like the only thing keeping me going. Like it's the only thing keeping me sane. The only thing keeping me sane was watching people get into the school that I wanted to go and get into. Because I was like, that means it's possible. It's possible. Yeah, it's copium, okay? It's copium. I'm not telling you which school it is. I go there. How did you feel when you got in? I was very happy, but I kind of felt like I had a feeling I was going to get in. So I don't know, so it wasn't like the biggest surprise. It was more just, it wasn't a big surprise. It was more just relief. I felt relief rather than like, oh my god, happy. I was just very relieved. What if they didn't get in, then they cry. And then that's like a whole nother thing. But watching people cope themselves through accepting the rejection is also pretty what do you call it? Like it's helpful to see them cope through the rejections, you know? Yeah, the videos also show the rejections. It's not entertaining, it's like it's kind of cathartic. You can just reject the rejection. Yeah, some people would do that for the memes. Makes you feel better. It's just like when in my head it was like, well, I'm watching these people get rejected and they're like, they got rejected from their dream school, but they're still doing okay. So if I get rejected, I'll still be okay as well. That kind of thing, you know? You know? It's stressful times, okay? Don't judge me. It's really stressful times, okay? If they get rejected, it's a potential free spot for me, you know? No, usually these videos come out like later though, so it's not in the same cycle. Usually, because by the time the rejections or acceptances come out, like by the time they're out, it's like you'd have to be in the next cycle, so it's not really the same. Oh, unless you got waitlisted. I forgot to include in that. It's possible to get waitlisted at a school. And you can opt in to be on a waitlist, which means you didn't get accepted or denied. And there's a possibility that you could get accepted if there's still space after people made their decisions. So basically, usually schools accept more students than they know will attend, because they know that everyone probably applied to multiple and have to make their choice between them. So, if there's still space after people have had their chance to make their decisions, then they might let in some people off of the waitlist. It's a dangling carrot, especially if it's a high impact major like CS, comp, engineering, or electric. I don't know what that is. EECS. Yeah, pretty much. But there's no guarantee of if you get in or not, so you kind of want to have a backup if you do get waitlisted. And if you do want to go to the school that you got waitlisted at, just the best way to cope is to just assume that you got rejected until you actually get something. I tried watching one of the videos on the screen, still can't understand. I feel like it's not entertaining unless you are either in the process or just finished the process. Like if I watch these now, I don't think I would like I don't think I get it. In fact, I actually did watch one now and I'm like, okay. This is not as entertaining as it used to be. It's only good to watch if you're in the middle of it. So you don't understand the process anymore because you're older and jaded. So it's like opening acceptance letters with friends. You want to share the experience with others. Exactly. Like in my high school, like people would open, because there's always a specific time and date that these letters go out. Like for example, like the Ivy Leagues always come out on a specific date and time, and other schools always could come out at a specific date and time. So it's like a thing to open them together with people. But also it's like if you're not like super close ride or die friends, it's also super awkward if like someone gets accepted and someone else gets rejected. Like it's kind of awkward. You do any early apps? I did not, no. My acceptance letter was a thin letter. Yeah, like some people are like, if you get a big package, that means you get accepted. If you get a thin letter, that means you got rejected. But no, like some of them just send you a thin acceptance letter first, and then they send you a big package. So don't assume anything until you read it, because there's been histories of people who assume that they got rejected based on something, and then they read it later and they're like, shit, I got accepted. Just read. It's not that hard to read a sentence. Anyway. You guys write acceptance letters? No, like you get acceptance letters from the schools. I appreciate your courage to give me a rejection letter and wish you every success in your future. Rejecting. I'll see you all on campus in August. Yeah, there's like memes of people rejecting the rejections. But another thing about this culture is Reddit. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was a lurker. I was a lurker on this subreddit, and it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. The kind of, there's like 1.1 million members on this subreddit, which is pretty insane. Not the college confidential group doom scrolling. Oh no, I completely forgot about college confidential. Oh my god. I completely forgot about college confidential. Dude, that's good. College confidential. It's pretty much the same as this subreddit. but it's like a whole nother thing. It's crazy. Cause the thing is like people on these the people that are on these subreddits are the people who care a lot about it, you know? Like it's a very skewed very, very skewed sample of students. So the people on these subreddits are absolutely cracked. Like they have the highest freaking numbers that you would ever see, and like the most insane extracurriculars. And it's like these people are probably like the top maybe 5% of applicants. And it's like the serious part of the subreddit is pretty toxic, but I like the memes, okay? I like the memes. Like, I tried to kiss my interviewer, are my chances ruined? Or my classmate wrote his college essay about Scooby-Doo and got rejected. And also, juniors, this is your chance to cure COVID-19 to get an auto-admit into Harvard. Don't lose it. I just like the memes, okay? I just like the memes. Or this, congratulations on your admission to the University of Oregon. I'm Chloe, a UO student, and I'm part of the flight crew. We welcome new ducks to the flock. I'm happy to help if you have any questions. Just text me. Sounds like a bot, right? Shut the hell up, Chloe. I don't wanna attend your bum-ass school. So sorry to hear you are not interested. Congratulations again though on your admission. What's up, guys? Chloe here. It does seem like a bot though. I will admit, it does seem like a bot. There's also this subreddit, which is incredibly toxic. That's an understatement. It's very, very, very toxic. Pretty much anything you say on here, people will be like, no, there's no chance. You don't have a chance. There's no way. They're not gonna let you in. So just don't post on it. Random people on the internet are not gonna be able to tell you accurately if you can get into a school or not. Just use your own intuition. People... yeah. Worse than A2C. Yeah, because at least A2C has memes, okay? At least A2C has memes. This is just complete toxic. Chance, me and my brother at MIT, GPA 4.0 and weighted, 5.0 and weighted, SAT 600, 1600. Extracurriculars, built a rocket, fought a mummy, climbed the Eiffel Tower, discovered something that doesn't exist, gave a monkey a shower. It's very unrealistic. It's incredibly unrealistic. Yeah. Yeah, how are y'all perfect students? Can someone explain to me why is it that every single person doing chance me on here is literally the epitome of perfection? They all have 1500 plus on the SAT, or 34 plus on the ACT, and 4.3 plus GPAs and extracurriculars out the what the hell is, I don't know what a wazoo is, but yeah. How is it even possible that every person posting on here has all that? Do normal students even exist? It's because the only people who post on here are the people who care way too much. Either that or they're lying. Agamada, thank you for super chat. They got the scores, but no common sense. Yeah, there's a lot of those kinds of people. Yeah. Oh. But anyway, it's crazy. It's crazy. People with average scores won't post them online for randos, exactly. And also, like, no one on here can tell, like, unless they're actually the acceptance, what do you call it? The decisions, like, admissions office people. They don't know. Like, They don't know what they're talking about if they don't, you know. The admissions officer. Exactly. The acceptance. Yeah, the acceptance committee or whatever. So it's pretty dumb. And no one knows exactly what's gonna get you in. It's a gamble, man. It's a gamble. So yeah. I hope you've learned how strange this is. I hope you learned how strange the American college application culture is. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. And it's just weird. It's just strange. Is Phase Connect part of Ivy League? Sure. Phase Connect University. Sure. Yeah. Did you ever watch The Perfect Score movie? No, I don't know what that is. I've never heard of it before. Is it about this? The strangeness continues on into grad school. Well, like the whole system's just strange, so I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. If you have infinite money, you can get a degree from MIT or Harvard. Well, yeah, if you use the money in ways that will get you into those schools, yeah. But money will definitely help a lot as long as you know what you're doing with it. As long as you know what you're doing with it. But like I said, we're just talking about how strange the culture is. The movie where they steal the official SAT answers. What the heck? The hell? What's it called? Perfect Score movie. Is this Chris Evans? Is this Captain America? Oh, I think I've seen this before. Well, I've seen it. Like, I haven't watched it. I've seen it, like, with my eyes passing by. And Scarlett Johansson. Okay, Scarlett Johansson's literally everyone. Chris Evans in so many random things before he became Cap. Yeah, he was in the Fantastic Four movie too. The old one. Yeah. Was the feeling of getting into Phase Connect better than getting into your dream school? I'm not gonna lie. Kind of. I'm not gonna lie. I think it actually did feel better. I don't know. I feel like because with my school, like I was something in me kind of knew that I was going to get in. Like, so I wasn't super surprised. Like I said, I was more relieved that my intuition was correct. But with a Phase Connect, it's like I don't know what's gonna happen, you know? Like I don't know. I really need to pee, guys. I gotta pee. This is the end of the conversation, but I can Zatsu some more. I need to pee though. I just realized I forgot to put the chat there, but I'm back now, so I guess whatever. I forgot to replace the chat. Oopsie. Oopsie. I did wash my hands. I did. Thank you guys for the blue supas. Sin, thank you for the super chat. Must hold hands, otherwise the others won't pee. Well, are you conditioned to only pee when you're holding hands in the group chat? I'm not group chat, group pee. But yes, I did wash my hands with soap, by the way. Did you fall into the toilet again? No. I wasn't even gone for that long. What do you mean? I wasn't gone for that long. I was really fast. I was so fast. What do you mean? How do you handshake, Uruka? Like a normal bear? What do you mean? Like a normal person? I did not fall into the toilet. How small do you think I am? I'm not small enough to fall into toilet. I am not a child. I am not a baby. I don't think I could fall into the toilet if I tried. Actually, that's false. I probably could, but why would I do that? I'd probably fall in if there was no toilet seat, but that's another story. So you're really caked up? No, just a normal adult. A normal adult is too big to fall into a toilet. It's not that I'm super caked up or anything. But sure, let's go with that. Yeah, I'm so caked up. I'm super caked up. Yeah. Yeah. We'll just go with that. We'll go with that. Yeah. I'm gonna make myself smaller so I can admire my own my own floaty thingies. My favorite part of the model is never even shown. I mean, my body, my clothes. My favorite parts are the furry shoulder thingies and also the floaty things at the bottom. Yay. Oh no. Pakistan national. Thank you for the super chat. So do you feel lighter now? I do feel lighter because I got rid of some of my urine. Thank you. Thanks for asking. I'm glad you asked. Thanks. It's like a furry cape. It's like a shawl, you know? It's a shawl. Or whatever the hell you call it. I don't know what you call these things. Leah, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome raiders. Welcome. Dog food raid. Did she eat dog food again? No way. She did not eat dog food again. Welcome. It's Leah. She's Leah. It was a collab stream. Oh. So she wasn't eating dog food. Maybe she wanted to go to dog food. Not go to dog food, eat dog food. Maybe she wanted to. Maybe at this point she wants to eat dog food now. I'm done with my presentation, by the way. If you're just coming in, I finished my presentation, but if you're interested in watching it, please go ahead and rewind. The American college application culture is a very strange thing. If you're not accustomed to it, even if you are accustomed to it, it's really weird. So if you're interested in seeing how it works, go ahead and rewind. It's rewind time. Crumples, thank you for super chat. I just woke up to hear you had a good pee. Awesome. Okay, that's getting a little weird. Can you do a flip? Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. I can do a flip. Uruka, did you consider going to university overseas? At the time of applying, no, I didn't. I kind of I don't know. A part of me wish I did, but also a part of me doesn't really care. Like, I'm happy with my decision. Like, I would want to go overseas now. I don't know if I would go to school overseas now that I've already gone to school, but I got other things for chat. I always suspected college was a scam, but thanks to the stream, I know it is. Thanks, Uruka. I'm not trying to make any statements about opinions on it or not. I'm just saying that the process and the culture is really weird. But thanks for the super chat. Zanza, thank you for super chat. If you get rejected all the college, what happens? Is it off the trade school? No, you can go to community college. You can go to community college. Or you could go to trade school. It depends on what you want to do. It literally just depends on what you want. Like, everyone has different aspirations and dreams, you know? Depending on what you want to do, you'll go a different path. Not everything is for everyone, you know? College isn't for everyone. Trade school isn't for everyone. It's just like any other aspect in life. You have to decide whether it's what you want to do or not. Like, I'm not gonna tell anyone not to do something or to do something just because that's what everyone else does, you know? And to the people who say that it's a scam, don't go. Like, I get where you're coming from, but like, let people make their own decisions. Like, maybe they want to do something that's the best way to go for them. You already graduate? No. Soon though, soon. Almost. I am very close to done. I have a few more months. A few more months left. How do you balance between college and VTubing? See, what I did is, I failed my classes. I wasn't very good at balancing in the very beginning, and my health suffered very much because of it. I tried to do everything 100%, but that's just not how it works. And then I got super, super burnt out, and then my health went downwards, and now I can't really do anything properly. Which is why I will be graduating in like August, which is not common. It's not a common thing. But I do need a bit of extra time. I'm not graduating as a VTuber, I'm graduating school. It's the G word. Stop it. Stop. It's... What else am I supposed to say? That's just the word that you use. Why are people so hung up about VTuber graduation when it's clear that I'm not talking about that? Finish school. Okay, but why do I have to change the word for finishing school when it makes more sense to change the word for VTuber quitting job? You know? Why? Because that word makes us cry. Good, you should cry now. Still impressive that you managed to juggle both. I don't know if it's considered juggling both. If that one year that I managed to do both properly, I was only sleeping 3 hours a day. I don't know if you would call that managing. I think I would consider that killing myself. Which is why I have so many issues now. And that's also why that I do not admire anyone who romanticizes the grind set, okay? I don't fucking care to hear about how hard you work, okay? If you really do, fine, cool. Great. You don't have to talk about it. You don't have to, like, tell me, like, if it's irrelevant, you know? Like, I don't have any respect for that. Stop running yourself into the ground just to seem like you're a hard worker. The grinding people are usually just inefficient. That too. I was also very inefficient. Like, I'm still kind of like... I was very hung up on making everything perfect. And now I'm just like, well, assignment's done. It's good enough. I'll just turn it in. I was very much a perfectionist. And now I have learned to be a little more lax, because if I don't, I will run myself into the ground for real. I burned myself out doing college plus working part-time. Would not recommend. Yeah, I can't imagine. Like, at least for me, like, I can work my own, you know, I can work on my own hours, and if I want to, you know, take a break for school, I can. And, you know, it's all in the comfort of my own home. If I had to work shifts at places, I don't know how I don't know how I would do that. I guess at the same time, if it's like a part-time work, like, it's less like, once you're off the clock, you're off the clock. Whereas with this, it's like, there's really no off the clock. So, I guess you give and you take. So, you give and you take. Work-life separation, yeah. I have zero work-life separation. It's so bad. I'm getting better. I'm getting better at it. But I used to be terrible. I used to be completely no separation at all. That's why I had literally no social life. You like us way too much. It's not that I like you guys. I tolerate you, and it's a good time. It's not that I like you, you know? You know? It's not that I like you or anything. She hates us. Ooh, I literally just said that I tolerate you. It's a toleration. What do you mean no social life? All about your boyfriend Liam was a lie? Okay, but me dating my boyfriend Liam, who's definitely not Leah. I mean, what? That's not social life. That's called my love life. That's a different thing. That's another thing. You know? Rectal Splash. What the fuck is that name? Why are you called Rectal Splash? Thanks for coming back to the Urf gang, but why are you called Rectal Splash? I don't know. Personally, I feel like, okay, I don't have a love life other than with Leah/Liam. But for me, I don't know. Okay, I don't know if this is because I haven't had a love life yet, or ever will probably. But in my head, I don't think, like, I wouldn't consider like love dating life part of social life, you know? Like, if you only socialize with the people you're dating, I feel like that's not the same as a social life. But maybe that's just because I haven't had one before. I feel like it's good to have other friends, you know? Like, if the only person you ever socialize with is your significant other, I feel like that doesn't count as a social life. Having a partner is definitely social. I don't know. Just in my head, it counts as a different thing than a social life. Not dating in university? Bruh. Yeah, I know. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of assumptions that people make because I am in university, but just know that I don't, like, I go to school and I come home. I go to school sometimes and then I come home and I stream. Yeah, like, I feel like it's not very healthy if the only person you talk to is your significant other. Like, I really don't think that counts as a social life. Like, sure, you can be friends with your significant other, but I genuinely think that you really need other people to talk to as well. Even if it's only like one or two other people, I feel like that still counts. Not dating in uni is normal, right? Haha ha. Yeah. It's yeah, very, yeah. I'm with you. Whether it's normal or not, I'm with you, my dude. Handshake, okay? Handshake. Yeah. That's a relationship doomed to fail. Yeah, I have a friend. Would I still count her as a friend? I don't know. She got into a relationship and then just cut off everyone else. And like, this guy is like I'm sure they like love each other and they treat like, but they make each other so much worse. Like, it's so bad. It's so terrible. It's so unhealthy. Like, I'm sure they do like enjoy each other's presence, but it's just it's unhealthy. It's unhealthy. It's really unhealthy. Sin, thank you for the chat. Hardworking Barry deserves a raise. Tell Sakanet to reduce your warehouse hours. I don't work at the warehouse, man. I don't work at the warehouse. I kind of want to, though, just to see what it's like. Just to try it out. It hurts to see, yeah, cause like, I don't know. It's just so bad. It's not a controlling relationship or anything. It's just like they make each other so much worse. Like, the boyfriend, like, really oversteps his bounds under the guise that he's, like, trying to help her. And she's like, oh, that's so thoughtful. And I'm like, no, that's not thoughtful. That's weird. That's freaking weird, man. Don't... It's just strange. It's just strange. What does he do? They're very overindulgent in each other. So, for example, like, my friend, she was like sick or something, so she like didn't... No, wait, no, that's another example. No. So my friend was like super stressed out about school, and she was just super stressed out, and she was just like breaking down and stuff. So the guy he Googled her professor and emailed him to tell him that his girlfriend, my friend, was stressed out. And I'm like, no. Don't do that. No. It's crazy. It's crazy. And like, yeah. What's the professor supposed to do? I don't fucking know. It's just bad. Like, there's so much more where that came from. It's just bad. And it's like, she just cut herself off from anyone else. And like, when she did respond finally, she was like, I'm sorry, like, I was just stressed out, so I like didn't talk to any of my friends. And I'm like, you know, maybe like I get it. Like, I also shut down when I'm stressed out, but at some point you have to realize, like, your friends can kind of help you with your stress too. And also, if you keep cutting people off, they're not really gonna want to talk to you anymore. Like, man, did I want to speak to your manager. Literally, though. Literally. Maybe you guys were stressing her out. We like, I don't know how, like, if we did, I don't know how. We never really talked about, like, we all go to different schools. I don't know how we would stress her out. Like, every single one of us go to different schools. We never really talked about school or anything. But yeah, it's bad. So that's why I definitely feel like a social life it's important to have a separate social life from your dating/love life. He's very young. Yeah, he is young and inexperienced, and he's not rich, but they're both weebs. Like, yeah, they're both weebs, and you know, like, I don't discount the fact that they probably do like each other very much, but it's just like, please, why? Why? How do you know he's inexperienced? Well, like, by his own words, he's inexperienced. Like, I don't know if that's the truth or not, but I don't know why you would lie about that. She's your friend. We knew that already. See, remember, I used to talk about, like, how it wasn't, like, weird to be a weeb, and, like, I'm not used to weebs being strange. I realize now that it's just because I was just surrounded by weebs, and that's the only reason why I thought it was normal. And now that I think back on it, I did get judged by people, but I just didn't really realize. I didn't even realize it. Like, I did get bullied, but I just didn't realize I was getting bullied. Why are you surrounded by weebs? What do you mean, why is surrounded? Like, they're my friends. Like, what do you mean, why am I surrounded by weebs? It just so happened that I made friends with weebs. But I remember when I was in 6th grade. When I was at fucking 6th grade, I was like 11, mind you. This guy that sat next to me in class, he was making fun of me for watching cartoons. And I'm like, you're also a kid. We're 11 years old. What do you... I don't care that you're watching Breaking Bad. I want to watch my cartoons. I'm 11 years old. No, I'm grown up. Literally, though. Literally. Uruka holding grudges from when she was 11. Dude, I didn't even realize, like, I thought it was just, like, a normal interaction. And then I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That 7-year-old kid was me. I had a crush on you and didn't know how to talk to girls. So your way of talking to girls that you liked was just to bash on them? Okay. Alright. Mr. Yura, thank you for super chat. And now you became a cartoon. You sure show him. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Jake from State Farm. Oh my god, hi. Hi, Jake from State Farm. Good to see you covering this. My sister kinda got caught up in this. Worked so hard to get accepted that now she has no idea what to do. TLDR, do an honest trade if you can. Okay, that's not the takeaway from this. That is not the takeaway from this. Thank you for the super chat. But that's not the takeaway from this. If you want to do a trade, then yeah, sure. Do a trade. It's a good option. But not everyone wants to do a trade. Boys that age are like that, myself included. Are you telling me that every single boy that ever shit on me actually liked me? There's no way. There's gotta be some of them that actually hated me. Growing up is realizing they weren't laughing with you. Literally though. Literally, I thought he was laughing with me. No, he was laughing at me. CUSO4, thank you for the super chat. College senior enjoying the last week of senioritis here. To be honest, getting weeb friends in college was just more difficult than high school for some reason. No, yeah, I stayed away from like the weeb related clubs and stuff because I was like, I don't want to get recognized. But just finding weebs out in the wild in university is so much harder than in high school. I remember like I recommended someone watch Bunny Girl Senpai and I got judged so hard because when you just look at it at a surface level, it looks really sus. But it's not about anything sus at all. It's not what it looks like. It's a good show, man. I didn't even realize that it would get like... I didn't realize that people would judge it. I didn't realize that people would judge it because I'm so used to people being degenerates. Anyways. The wild weebs. Yeah. Honestly, even if I wasn't afraid of getting recognized, like, I don't think I would have gone to a weeb club. Cause like, I feel like the people who go to weeb clubs are like a little too weeb. Maybe not a little, a lot too weeb for me. They're a little too intense. They're the ones who carry around the ETA bags as their regular school bags. I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could deal with that. Like, ETA bags at like cons and stuff, totally fair game. Like, respect. But if you carry an ETA bag around as your school bag, unironically, I don't know, like, I don't know. The name every anime type of people. Name every kind of anime that you've ever watched. Every single one. I use an ETA bag as my work backpack. Do you actually? Okay, but the important question is, where do you work? Do you work in a related field? Or no? I used to wear my Hot Topics Sword Art Online t-shirt. It's bad. It's bad. It's got keychains of you and Lisa. Okay. There's a difference between an ETA bag and just putting keychains and weeb stuff on your bag. Like, just putting anime stuff on your bag doesn't make it an ETA bag. It's got the big clear window. Okay. Cringe. I mean, like, if you're just out in the wild carrying this around, I feel like it's very different than using it for school, you know? You know? Like, I feel like the nuances are different. Taking one to work than taking one to school, you know? Maybe you want to signal to other weeps. Like, fair enough, but also I feel like there's a better way to do that. Like, okay, I guess maybe you want to find the similar type weeps, you know? I guess that's true. I have 2 weeb keychains hanging from my backpack. It's enough. Yeah, like a couple keychains and stuff are fine. Like, I have maybe like 3 or 4 weeb keychains on my backpack, but they're not like super obviously weeb keychains. But if you know, you know. So it's like a subtle. It's a subtle signal, you know? It's a subtle signal. And I haven't gotten any comments on it before. So, welp. It's the stealth cringe, yeah. It's stealth cringe, it's a test. Jake from State Farm, I'm just saying, like, do a trade if you want, and can, of course. My point is just that college is a racket, and white-collar jobs are oversaturated right now. Yeah, just like, don't let people influence your decision. Like, I know there's plenty of people here that say college is a scam, but like, for depending on what you want to do and which school you go to, is not a scam. It just depends on what you want in life. And if you feel like it's not for you, then fine. But if someone else wants to do that, you know, that's their choice. If you want to do a trade, that's cool too. That's cool too. Like, I'm not gonna stop you. No one's gonna stop you. Bintalk, thank you for super chat. Go around with Sharingan eye lenses. No, man. No. Dude, honestly, I don't understand how do people wear soft contact lenses every single day. Like, how it clouds your vision so much, and it's also such a pain to take out. I don't know how people can take out soft contact lenses that fast. It takes me like a minimum 10 minutes to take them out of my eyes. I don't know how. It's so hard. It's so difficult because I wear hard contacts for like to be able to see. I have hard contacts and I use like a plunger thing to take it out. I don't know how people just go in their eyes with their fingers and pluck them out. It's so hard. It's so difficult. Like, I wear hard contacts, so I never have to actually touch my eyeball. But you have to actually, like, touch your eyeball to peel these things off your eyes. I don't get it. It's so hard. It's so bad. I can put them in. Like, don't get me wrong. I can put them in perfectly fine. But taking them out is another story. Agemara, thank you for super chat. Wear the Ahegao shirt, pants, and jacket. No. No. Not really, you're only touching the lenses. How do you do that though? Like when the lens is on your pupil? How do you just pinch it out? Like I can never pinch it out. I always have to move it onto the whites of my eyes and then peel it off. It's so hard. And it's so scary because I don't want to scratch my eyeball. I have hard contact lenses. And it's not the day. I have hard night contact lenses, which means they cover your entire pupil and you use a little suction plunger to plop it out, like you suck it out of your eye. Putting it in though is perfectly fine because the process is the same. It's just taking out is different. The middle is kind of thick, so you can pinch the area around it. No, okay, don't get me wrong. Like I've worn soft contacts, like colored contacts before, and I've taken them out, but it just takes so fucking long. It's so hard, and it always makes me so uncomfortable. You mean iris? Whatever the colored part of your eye is, I don't know what you call it. Like just the middle part that's not white, you know? You don't like glasses? Well, I mean, I have glasses. It's just like, they're so... Glasses are annoying, number one. And also, number two, my night contacts are made to mold your eyes during the nighttime. So... I've explained this before, but I've worn these night contacts since I was like 10 or 11. And basically, when you wear them when you're sleeping, and they mold your eyeballs so that during the day you take them off and you can see during the day, but throughout the day your vision gets worse, but it's still good enough. But basically, what these do is if you wear them, they also stop your eyesight from getting worse. So that's why I started wearing them that young, because if I didn't wear those, my eyesight probably would have gotten worse than if I didn't wear them. So that's the reason why I keep wearing them, because my eyesight will probably be worse now. Do they hurt? No, you can feel them, but they don't hurt. My eyes are not bad enough to get LASIK. Even if they were, I don't think I would, because it's kind of scary. Unless I was actually like blind. If it works, it works. They're like retainers for your cornea. I guess so. You could call it that, yeah. And I have prescription lenses that are made for when I don't wear my contacts for one night. So that's not my actual prescription. It's only a fraction of my prescription. But basically what you can get like different amounts. So I have one pair of glasses that's for one day after if I don't wear it. And then I have another pair that the prescription is for like 1 week of not wearing it, which I like, that's only for absolute emergencies. That one is my actual prescription. So the glasses that I wear the most are if I skip one night, usually because I probably didn't get enough sleep or anything. But glasses are so freaking annoying. I have to keep pushing them up because they fall off my face. But yeah, I had glasses starting from 3rd grade, I would say. I remember when I was in like 1st or 2nd grade, I was like, I low-key like really wanted glasses. I don't know why. I really wanted glasses. But I remember I was sitting in the back and I was like, teacher, I can't see the board. Which was like not entirely a lie. I was like, teacher, I can't see the board very clearly. And she was like, oh, really? And then she straight up went to this other girl and she obviously asked before her, but she took this other girl's glasses and she was like, put these on. And I was like, okay. So I put on this other girl's glasses and she was like, is it better? And I was like, yeah, which is absolute bullshit because you can't just put on someone else's prescription. Like, but I was like, yeah, it's better. I think it's better. Anyway, I did end up needing glasses though in around 3rd grade, so it was crazy. The first experience of wearing glasses and just seeing how crisp everything is. Now that other kid can't see shit. I only tried it for a few seconds because my teacher was like, oh, you should probably tell your parents like you probably need glasses. If you're both nearsighted, which is most likely the case, then it would still be an improvement. No, but like people have different prescriptions. Like my my right eye is much worse than my left eye. So if you just gave me someone's random prescription, like it's not gonna look right. But yeah, it was crazy. The first time I put on glasses, I kept taking them off and putting them on and taking them off because I was like, oh my god, it is literally 4K. I'm seeing in 4K for the first time in my life. I can see all the leaves on the trees. It's crazy. It's insane. It won't look right, but it'll look better. Not necessarily. Only if you're lucky and you happen to get something that might look better, because otherwise you might just get a headache. I've gotten a prescription that was prescribed to me by my eye doctor that gave me a headache no matter how much I wore it before. Like, it was supposed to be my prescription, and it still didn't. It still hurt. But yeah. 4K wasn't a thing back then. I still saw in 4K, okay? I still saw in 4K in real life. Can you say Sharingan? I wasn't seeing that clearly. That's a little insane. Probably messed up the numbers during the eye exam. I don't know, because the following time and the previous time were fine. It was just something about that prescription was just weird. Oh, excuse me. Oh no, the beans. Oh, the beans. Oh, I burped. Oh, the beans. Oh god. Oh god, the beans. No. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Dear Lord. Ugh. Okay. Anyways. Some doctors can prescribe stronger glasses than needed. Well, another thing is that, like, sometimes my eye exams are not... Because I wear corrective lenses, sometimes my eye exams are not the most accurate. Like, if I didn't wear them for a certain time during the week, or like even that day, or if I didn't wear them enough, because you have to wear them for like 8 hours a night. If you only sleep like 2 hours, it's not really gonna do anything. So my eyesight could be worse during the eye exam, and they'll think that my eyesight got worse. And another thing is that they estimate the prescription based on that. So that's probably also another thing. How can they still be affecting you? I don't know. I burp and I taste the beans, okay? I don't know how they work. I don't know what fucking chemicals they put inside. I don't know. Ask Jelly Belly, not me. Have you guys been to the Jelly Belly factory? I've been to the Jelly Belly factory a long time ago. It's actually pretty neat. And I remember they had an earwax flavored jelly bean. I don't think I ate it though. McGumadale, like, do you have classy and aesthetically pleasing wireframe or cringe stupid zoomer plastic frames? Thank you for inserting your opinions. I have wireframes, but I have had plastic frames. At the moment, I have wireframes. My previous glasses were plastic frames, I think. But those were the ones where the prescription was giving me a headache for some reason. Most of the glasses that I've had in my life were wireframe. I think I've only had 2 plastic frames. The rest of them were wireframe. Even my very first glasses were wireframe. When I was like 9. Your glasses also look like a bra. No, they don't. They don't look like a bra. There's no glasses that look like a bra, man. Man. I have about 5 glasses to match my clothes. Okay, as someone who doesn't wear glasses very often, I only have 1 pair at a time. But I do have many different pairs from just throughout the years because I had different prescriptions throughout the years. And also because my dad was like, we need to use the insurance. so. Yeah, at the moment, I have wireframes. I like them very much. I've had them for maybe 2 or 3 years. And I do enjoy them. Honestly, I feel like I look better wearing glasses, but it's just like... It's so annoying wearing them. It's so annoying to wear glasses. I look better in them, but they're just so freaking annoying. A friend of mine once took me to buy glasses because a girl who liked me said I always looked scary with the thin glasses I wore. Okay, there's this one specific type of glasses where you just know the person is a nerd. Like, hold on, let me find it. There's this one specific kind of glasses. Can I find it? Not the round ones. Not even the round ones. It's like the rectangular, like the thin rectangular ones. Hold on. Oh my god. Like like these kinds, like hold on. Like these. These are like... People think the thick rectangular ones are nerd glasses, but these are the real nerd glasses. These are so nerdy. These are the peak nerd glasses. This is how you know someone's a real nerd. I used to have these in middle school. And then I realized that they're not... yeah. Like these kinds. These are the true nerd glasses. The thin wire frame ones. Oh, these are on sale. If anyone wants nerd glasses, these are on sale. Yay. Those are actually mildly sporty. That's the thing though. That's what makes them nerdy. I don't know what it is, but all the actual nerds wear these ones. Like, not even these, like, not even these type. Like, these are fashionable somewhat. But yeah, I can't find it. Just these. They're so nerdy. So nerdy. Anyway. The engineers at work wear those. Yeah, exactly. My dad wears those. my dad's co-workers, all those kind of glasses. I really need to pee again, so I'm just gonna go. We're gonna go. Are they nerd though? They're engineers, so yeah, they're nerds. They're hella nerds. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys at it. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. Tomorrow we're gonna do Supermarket Simulator, which is just glorified just chatting while I satisfy myself by stalking a supermarket. Thank you for Super Chat, Ren. Yeah. Hope you guys learned some things about the weird culture of college, American college applications. And I hope that you are either done or you don't have to go through it. And if you do, good luck. Godspeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna find someone to raid, but Uruka has left the building. Goodbye.